I definitely watched some Thunderbirds.
How about giving us a little countdown and pressing the big red button?
Terrahawks? You'd think if you were making an android, you'd give her a bit of teeth, wouldn't you?
Are you now ready to watch an episode from Terrahawks?
Never been readier.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the Gerry Anderson Podcast. I'm Richard James.
I'm Chris Dale.
And this is your opportunity to spend some time with us and a mystery guest enjoying all things Gerry Anderson.
But not just us.
No.
Because later on, I believe, we're going to be joined by none other than Mr. Jamie Anderson.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. He'll be here for the Voice of the Podsterons.
Which is your chance
Yes, go on then.
to ask us questions and give us comments and
Exactly.
such. Yeah.
And how do they do that?
Well, they email us at podcast@gerryanderson.com, I believe.
Yes, we
Good.
love getting your emails and thoughts and comments, and we'll be reading some of those out a little bit later on. But,
Oh, exciting.
Chris, who's our special guest this month?
Well, our special guest this month is Stephanie Laing.
Hello, Stephanie. Can we call you Steph?
Yeah, go for it.
And you can call me Richard.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's
Or
all right.
Mr. James.
Yeah, as I'm
Yeah,
prefer.
Monster James, hello.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us on the Gerry Anderson Podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
Have you broken your plans, your tour dates, or whatever it might be to join us today? Are you in the middle of something exciting?
I was horrendously available.
Great.
That's what we like to hear.
Yes, that's why we're here, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Now, so let's talk a little bit about you, Steph.
Yes.
Comedian.
Yes.
When did that start? I'm guessing a lot of comedians tell us it kind of grew from school days and being the class clown and so on. Was that you?
I was a very shy little loser at school and I never really said anything apart from funny things. Like a couple of times during the day I would say something funny and everyone would look at me
Right.
and I'd get some attention.
Right.
And then I'd go back to hiding in a corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that obviously fed something, that attention that you were getting. did it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was brought up on comedy, definitely. My family's very funny.
Uh-huh.
I loved Jim Carrey and Billy Connolly when I was growing up.
Wow.
And then I started doing stand-up 18 years ago. Oh my God, I wish I
Right.
was dead.
When you were like 5.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm older than I look. I
Right,
just
okay.
turned 40.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm so cute.
Yes, you are. Sweet and squishy.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
So yeah, 18 years I've been doing it.
So what, do you remember that first leap into the unknown? What was your first gig like? Can you remember that?
I do remember, yes. So I was out one night, I'd been drinking a little bit, and there were some people flyering for a stand-up show, and I took a flyer and I was like, can I come and do a bit or something? And they were like, what would you do? And I said, maybe I could sing you a song, because me and my best friend wrote these ridiculous songs when we were 16.
Oh, yeah.
So I sang them a song just on the pavement called Jim the Newt. It's about a newt called Jim.
Love it already.
It's to the tune of Jingle Bells. It's really
I
cracking.
love it already, yeah.
Nice.
It's about his rhymes newt with lute and flute because he's musically talented.
That's very good.
And then I sang that
Yeah?
on stage at their next show, and people laughed, and I was like, I think I have to do this forever. And then here we are.
Wow. And you have been.
I have.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Now, we're here today to celebrate all things Gerry Anderson. We'll discover in just a moment exactly what that name means to you. But what kind of floats your boat in the sort of cultural mediums, TV, film, books? What are you reading and watching at the moment?
Ooh, I like a lot of period dramas.
Do you now?
Yeah.
Right.
I obviously a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
I really like sci-fi a lot and fantasy and things like that.
She's in the right place.
My favourite TV show ever is probably... See, now I've forgotten the name of it.
Yeah.
Having said that, Firefly.
Firefly. Now, there's one I've not seen.
No, me neither.
So good. It's like Cowboys in Space.
Right.
Amazing,
Yeah.
but it was cancelled after
Yeah.
hardly any time at all.
What-
Nathan Fillion.
What's your opinion on the state of TV comedy these days?
I think there is so much of it. I suppose that means there's something for everyone. But yeah, there is a lot of it around, isn't there? And I
Panel
don't-
shows and stand-up
Yeah,
shows and
a lot of
sitcom?
sitcoms and stuff. Yeah, so many of them around.
Is that something you'd ever want to try your hand at, a sitcom, writing or performing?
I'm trying to write one at the
Are you?
moment.
Yeah.
It's tricky business.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Well, we've heard a lot about your comedy and your stand-up, but the most important thing, and the reason why you're here, we want to know, do you know your Brogans from your Beakers? Do you know your Koenigs from your Clyburns? Well, before you came in, we've asked you a series of questions designed to test your Anderson knowledge, and we measure the results of this on the Andermeter.
It's true.
So shall we have a look at the Andermeter and see how Steph did?
Let's see how you did. Okay, so we've got 1 to 5 here. The Thunderbird craft you might recognise. Oh, it's a number 2 out of 5.
You're a number 2.
Yes, a 2. So, what is your Gerry Anderson knowledge like then? I guess that means you've heard of one of the 2 of the series, or...
So I definitely watched some Thunderbirds when it came out again in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
So I watched a bit.
Yeah.
I was quite young, so I
Yes.
don't remember it that well.
Okay.
And an ex-boyfriend for a while called me Joe 90 because of a hair incident.
A hair incident.
Yeah, I got a haircut that was ill-advised and I looked like a little blonde puppet boy for a bit.
Well, let's have a look at Joe 90. See what you mean by the hair.
Yeah, there I am.
Okay. I mean, it's funny because a lot of people with glasses often say that they had the Mickey taken out of them and were called Joe 90 as kids. I've never heard it about
people
the...
who also claim that, Joe was modelled on me.
Right.
I think actor Darren Nesbitt says that he feels Joe was modelled on him.
Okay.
So that Joe's physical appearance has caused some comment over the years.
Well, I'm going to add another comment.
Yeah.
Steph, you may know, if you're a fan of Thunderbirds or you know something of Thunderbirds, you know the famous Thunderbirds theme tune.
Yeah.
It was written by a composer called Barry Gray. Now, Barry Gray wrote a lot, 90% of all the Gerry Anderson series from the 50s, 60s into the 70s.
70s last thing was first series of 1999.
Yeah, and I noticed a startling similarity between Joe 90 and Barry Gray.
Yes, exactly the same.
I've not come across... Have people commented on that before, Chris?
It's escaped me. No, I don't think
And yet
anyone
it's,
ever has.
it
The
stares one in the
glasses are
face.
exactly the same, aren't they?
Yeah. But then I went one step further and I thought, well, hang on. He reminds me a little bit of... Michael Gove,
Yes.
former education secretary.
That's a sick burn.
I mean, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is funny. A lot of people do say that, if they wore glasses as a kid, then people would call them Joe 90.
Yeah, he looks a bit like Pob as well, doesn't he?
It's the
Yes.
mouth, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
strange. Exactly. You got it.
Yeah.
That's going in the preview at the beginning of the episode. That face right
Just
there.
me going...
Now, you also told me that in preparation for today, you did do a little bit of watching of Thunderbirds.
Yes.
What did you watch before you came here today?
I watched the second episode.
Oh, yes?
Where they fall in a big hole.
What's that called?
Well, I think you know the title of that.
The Big Hole is a bit
The
of a
big
giveaway.
hole that they fall in.
It's the Pit
That's
of Peril.
episode, yes.
Pit of Peril.
Yeah.
So too. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd love to know what your thoughts were, having watched it so recently.
I really enjoyed it. There were a couple of moments that I found very, very funny
Oh,
because of the little puppets.
yes.
There was a bit where they'd just fallen in the pit of peril and they
Yes.
were all lying on the floor and they had their
Yes.
little puppet bums in the air and stuff.
Puppet arms.
And I just was imagining how they would have done that, and it's just putting the puppets down, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's exactly
They
it.
get there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Did you notice any human hands creeping in to substitute the puppets' hands when they had close-ups?
I noticed some massive hands
Yeah,
at one point,
right.
and I was like, that's not a puppet, that's some guy. Yeah.
And what did you think of the story and the pacing and so on? Did it feel like it
I
was
was
60 years
surprised.
old?
No, actually, I was surprised that I was actually quite gripped by it. Like
Yeah.
I genuinely enjoyed it. Obviously, there were it was on YouTube, so there were adverts every 2 minutes.
Yes.
But apart from that,
Yeah.
That's
delightful.
quite interesting because a lot of Thunderbirds fans would say that that's one of the show's lesser episodes. Because originally the show was 25 minutes and they expanded it to an hour. So with some of the early episodes, they did have to put in a lot of extra padding, which is why so many guys volunteer to be sent down into that hole to be horribly burnt, and then they try again because they're just filling time. So that's great that you enjoyed it so
There
much.
were real screams when they went in the hole as
Yeah,
well.
it's
It was
chilling,
quite harrowing.
yeah.
It is harrowing.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people's, who watched it, particularly who watched it on the first showing, we're talking 60 years ago, but still have visceral memories. It's kind of burnt onto their mind of certain scenes from Thunderbirds.
And it would have been shown daytime, wouldn't it?
I think it went out sort of 5:30ish
Pre-Watershed.
originally. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But, they seem to get away, some of the puppets you might have seen, I don't know in that episode in particular, but some of them smoke. They're often seen with a cigarette in their hand.
Yeah.
Things like that. Guns, of course, are everywhere.
Yeah.
But, yeah, probably things you wouldn't be allowed to do today.
Yeah. At first, I was like, this episode's going to be about deforestation because the machine was. I was like,
Yes.
ooh, it's ecological. And then they
Yes.
were like, no, we're saving the deforestation people.
Yeah, that's true. That's right.
We've got this great big war machine that's going to save everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's gone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, now, well, the big question is then, Steph, Do you think that you'd be happy to watch an episode from a Gerry Anderson series with us?
Absolutely.
Even if it's not Thunderbirds, and with 18 shows potentially to choose from,
It may not be.
It may not be Thunderbirds.
No, I'm very excited to do that. Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
That's the right answer.
That's the attitude, all
So
right.
you'll see in front of you there a big red button. If you would kindly lift that up so we can see it on this camera here, how about giving us a little countdown and pressing the big red button and see what we choose on the randomizer?
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so you'll see here all the opening titles of all of Gerry's series. From the 1950s, Stingray, Thunderbirds, there we go. Oh, that's gone.
Gosh, he's been a busy boy, isn't he?
Let's see how far we get.
Now we're into the 70s. We're still going.
Yes.
Still going.
Oh,
Right. Okay.
Terrahawks?
Yes, indeed.
Terrahawks.
Yes.
Have you heard of Terrahawks?
Never in my life.
Wow.
Perhaps that's a good
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What are you implying, sir?
Yeah, no. Now, Chris, tell us a little bit about Terrahawks and what we might expect
Well,
to
to
see.
start with, Terrahawks, as you can probably tell, is quite a polarizing series. Some people love it.
Yeah,
Some people are indifferent.
that's me. I'm
Some
afraid.
people hate it with a passion.
Yes, they really do.
But this was produced in 1983. This was Gerry Anderson's big return to puppets after just doing live action things through the 1970s.
Okay.
Instead of the string puppets that you're used to from Thunderbirds, these are hand-operated puppets,
Oh,
which
fun.
allowed for
Mm-hmm.
greater movement and also some quite creative monster designs.
Yes.
Yes.
And also, the central villain,
Ah, yes. Central villain. The most popular character in the show.
there we go. I'm not suggesting that you try it on. But,
Am
if
I
you-
allowed to?
Well, you can if you want.
Yes,
you really,
yes.
you might have to take the
Wow,
glasses off.
I will.
But this is Zelda of Guk. Quite a horrific character.
The horrors.
Are you really?
Yay! We've actually got someone to put it on.
Fantastic. That's pretty. I mean, that's worth the price of admission if nothing else is.
Perfect.
Wow. How's it smelling
I'm
there, Steph?
taking that home
Yeah.
with me.
So there you go. It's perfect for Halloween.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about Zelda. She's a rather special
Zelda,
creation.
yes. She is the leader of the bad guys in Terrahawks. She's the evil queen of the planet Guk. She's an android who has her son and her sister.
She's
and
an android?
She's an android, yes.
Okay.
Although she looks like a witch, she is an android.
Yeah.
She has a family on Mars.
You'd
and
think if you were making an android, you'd give her a bit of teeth, wouldn't you? You'd have to
Yes.
pick those teeth.
yes,
true.
Well, maybe she didn't go to the dentist all that much.
Yeah, maybe not have the wart on the nose.
Yeah.
Who did make Zelda? That's a very good question.
What, in real life?
no, in
life
the
or in the
series.
show? Well, you would need to listen to the Terrahawks audio drama.
I'm sorry, this is going to be a very deep dive.
Yes, but to start with, the TV show produced in the 80s, 39 episodes. Zelda is attempting to invade the Earth to provide a new home for all of these other aliens that have travelled with her. And defending the Earth, keeping us all safe, are the Terrahawks.
Yes, and we'll have a look,
Yes.
look at those characters a little later on.
Is this
so,
terror as in fear or terror as in earth?
Terror is in Earth, but obviously Zelda is quite scary.
Yeah.
Shall I take that? I think that's
Yeah,
rather
I don't-
disturbing
I don't
having
wanna look
seen
at
it
it.
in your
Don't
lap
keep it
like
on your
that.
lap
No,
for the
thanks,
next
Zelda.
half hour.
Just put it down there. So it's not Thunderbirds.
No, that's okay. I can cope with that.
But in a way, it's close because there are some similarities, aren't there, Chris?
There are indeed. For instance, you can tell there's birds in the title of Thunderbirds, and we have hawks in the title.
Thunderbirds,
of
Terrahawks.
Mhm.
So they're
It's basically
definite.
the same.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Again, we have a group of heroes operating from a secret base. In Thunderbirds, it was Tracy Island. In this, it's the Terrahawks are in Hawk Nest,
Okay.
which is underneath a white house in the South American jungle. We have secret agents who are like the organization's contacts in the real world. In Thunderbirds, it was Lady
Lady Penelope, who you would know, of
And
course.
in Terrahawks, we have Kate Kestrel, who is the show's. she's the Terrahawks ace fighter pilot, but she's also on the side a world famous pop star.
Okay.
And somehow this helps them, but I've never been able to quite establish why.
Interesting. That's proper nominative determinism, isn't it? You call
Yeah.
Kate Kestrel, you're going to end up working for the Hawks.
Yeah,
right,
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And there's, of course, lots of elaborate launch sequences.
Yeah.
You know, from Thunderbirds vehicles coming out the swimming pool. This show has something a bit similar.
Yeah,
So,
it does. Yeah. Will we see those in the episode we're watching later, which is the ugliest monster of
Ugliest
all?
monster of all. That is, you definitely see one of the landing sequences.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
So, worry not.
Okay.
We're going to give you some mission briefings. We're going to learn a little bit more about those characters and even give you a fab fact or two so you know what to expect. So hopefully by the time we come to the end of this part of the podcast, you'll be ready to sit down and watch an episode of Terrahawks.
Yes.
All right?
whether you like it or not.
That's right. So you scored a 2 on the Andermeter. So what were you watching as a child? Do you remember?
I loved Super Ted.
Super
Was
Ted.
probably my favourite.
Yes.
I loved Super Ted very much.
Oh, sweet.
And Postman Pat I really liked.
Yeah, okay.
But then he came to my house,
Oh, that was nice.
and then I didn't like him anymore.
Oh, God.
Absolutely terrifying.
Because he was a real thing.
Because he was a human man, and because I watched him on TV, I imagined him being about a few
Yeah.
inches high, but he swarmed into my home, and he had like this big foam head on to make him look like Postman Pat, and
He's got quite a long nose, hasn't he, as well? Postman
yeah,
Pat,
just
I remember,
long
yeah.
tubular head.
Oh, no.
How... I mean, was he like a vampire? You had to let him in order for him to gain entry? Was he
window.
Yeah. Was he invited, or what's the story there?
My parents knew that I love Postman Pat, and so they thought they'd just bring him over for my birthday, and he was so scary. And I had because he had a cat called Jess, and I had a little toy version of the cat called Jess. So I said, "Can I go and get Jess to show him, just so I could leave the room for a bit and go and hang out with Jess?" Yeah, it's crying high.
It's rather scarring, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it is rather odd. They don't work in human size, do they, these characters?
No, the proportions are absolutely wrong.
Terrifying. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I understand that. Now, we very often try and find connections from things that our guests were watching as a child to the worlds of Gerry Anderson. And the list you provided for us, you mentioned some there, Super Ted and Postman Pat, but also Narnia.
I love Narnia.
Yeah, Round the Twist was something I hadn't come across.
You've not seen Round the Twist?
So good.
He's missing out.
Tell me,
Yeah.
tell
We're
me.
of a similar era, because I just turned 40 as well,
Oh,
so I think we were seeing a
congratulations.
lot of the same stuff.
Well done for
Yes.
making it.
I was Round the Twist every single week.
So weird.
Tell
and
me, explain.
spooky. It's this family that live in a lighthouse in Australia.
In Australia, yeah.
Yeah, and they're all very spooky episodes. Like there was one where they have a lemon tree in the garden, and there's a fox.
That's my favourite.
Yes,
That's my favourite.
me too.
Yeah.
Prowling around, and it loses its eyes somehow.
It's a skin, isn't it, hanging in the cupboard?
Yeah, the skin of a fox,
Yeah.
and then it ends up stealing lemons from the lemon tree to make eyes from.
Wow,
Well,
that's dark.
The tree is cut down. The lemons are fed to the fox skin, and it's gradually regenerating.
Building up and
the
building
last
up,
thing it
yeah.
needs is its eyes.
Yeah.
And then the tree is cut down.
I'm
and it's
not-
the
So it's
most
this eyeless
devastating
fox just
thing.
haunting this lighthouse.
Yes.
Not surprised you remember it. And Animaniacs? Do you remember
I
Animaniacs?
remember watching it, yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't as into it.
So now the only
like sing
connection
again.
I could find from that list of shows that you remember was from behind the scenes. A chap called Graham Beddington, who worked on the special effects for Super Ted. Worked on the 2004 movie of Thunderbirds. Now, it's quite a tenuous link because that actually had nothing to do with Gerry Anderson, the Thunderbirds movie.
Did it not?
No,
No,
did not.
He wasn't involved.
No. I think he was asked to give his blessing,
Okay.
and he declined.
Said, yeah. No thanks.
But I mean, it's strange because you think John Pertwee is probably a name he knows from Doctor Who and so on, Wurzel Gummidge, if you remember that. Also provided voices for Super Ted. You'd think he would have come across Gerry Anderson at some point or provided
Melvin
voices.
Hayes was in there as well.
Yeah,
I think,
but never did. But so you mentioned Super Ted. Now the episode that we're going to watch later from Terrahawks does feature a rather Super Ted of its own.
Indeed, yes.
Oh.
There's-
Am I going to get scarred for life today?
Almost certainly. Almost certainly. There's an
that little phrase.
I haven't got a great knowledge of Super Ted. I bow to your superior knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen him unclothed. Is that his natural state before he puts on
Yeah.
his...
He has to say the magic word.
He has to say the magic
and then
words
he
in the
rips his own
spotty
skin
man.
off.
That's
That's the unsettling bit.
it is, yeah. But then he's got his cape and his big red
Yeah,
coat
so
and
he's
then
all right.
hangs out with Spotty Man.
I see. And on the right, Chris, who do we have there?
That's our titular ugliest monster of all. That's Yuri the space bear.
He's supposed to be ugly, is he?
Yeah, he's
I think
terrifying.
He's a little handsome boy.
So he's the titular ugliest monster.
Because the Zelda and her family, to them being so ugly, that is hideous. So that's the secret there.
Makes a kind of sense, I suppose.
Yeah.
Did you have a favourite toy or teddy bears when you were younger?
Oh, good question. What did I have?
Must have done.
I had a little baby called Baby Jane.
Oh, yeah.
She was like my little baby, and then she got dirty. I think I threw up on her or something. And my mum put her through the washing machine, and she came out with her eyes like this.
Wow.
And I felt differently about her. From then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tarnished forever. It's funny, isn't
forever
it?
and ever,
I had an
yeah.
action man that I stood up against a 5-bar fire and he melted.
Oh.
I mean, that was very disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry to bring it down.
You're watching childhood 80s traumas or whatever it is we're doing.
Yeah, that's right. Now let's talk about your career. We've spoken about your journey to stand up. Was that always, has it been like a full-time career? Have you had to, along the way, do a proper job as well, or have you managed to sustain it?
I have had proper jobs. To begin with, was very lazy. So it took me about 7 years to become a professional comedian. And then in lockdown, I got a job as a community organiser. So quite a while ago, 2013, I did a master's in community organising. Then all of comedy work disappeared in 2020, obviously.
Yeah.
So I ended up running a branch of a charity in Milton Keynes, which was great. So running campaigns on social justice issues.
Great.
Things
Wow.
like hate crime, like against hate crime, not organising them.
No, that's a relief.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we might call an end to the interview right there.
Yeah, so quite a bit there. And now I run a charity a food charity with my fiancé.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it led on to something rather lovely.
Yeah, up in Lincolnshire, Daniel's Kitchen, we send hot meals out into the community and...
Oh, it's
Fantastic.
Very worthwhile.
Yeah.
And have you drawn on that for your comedy? Where do you get your material?
Where do I get my crazy ideas from?
Yeah. But you're happy to draw on life. We're going to show a clip in a minute that kind of sums it
You
up.
managed to snip around the swears.
Only just. But yes, I did manage. Yeah.
Close call.
Yeah.
I don't really write about that. I wait until something awkward and it happens in my life, and then I write about those things.
All right.
So for stand-up, for like a club set, it's usually quite rude.
Yeah.
And then for solo shows, it's more kind of trauma-based.
Oh, so you tailor your material to who you're
Yeah, I
performing.
do slightly more artsy-fartsy stuff in solo shows. So my most recent show was a mixture of comedy and dance because I got some Arts Council funding, so I've been learning to dance for a few years.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, let's have a look at a clip of you in action.
Okay, I can only apologise.
Talking about the perils of getting a tattoo. Let's have a look at this.
Okay, this is what I got. There we go. It says breathe. It's a nifty reminder, isn't it? That I'm a douchebag. And it's not in the middle. No. 120 quid of not in the middle. Breach would be in the middle. He drew it on with a Sharpie first. It's a warning sign, isn't it? And I said, that's not in the middle. And he said, yes, it is. And I said, okay. I'll sort this out later, will we? It's there forever. I really like showing it off, though, because I've been working out recently. So I'm always like, oh, yeah. I'm trying to convince myself that I've got a six-pack, but unfortunately these lines are just from sitting down.
So it's the comedian's remit, isn't it, to take those experiences that a lot of us would never want to talk about or mention in public and to say it in front of a paying audience.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable kind of showing those more vulnerable sides of yourself?
Definitely, yeah.
Really?
I'm a lot more comfortable on stage than off stage. Because I understand the dynamic on stage, whereas off stage,
How interesting.
Because of the autism, the autism.
Yeah.
I never know if I'm talking too much or too little, if I'm doing too much eye contact or too little. But on stage, I get it.
Because there are rules and there's a format and there's
and if someone talks, I get to crush their spirit.
Yes. And how does that? How do you deal then with hecklers? Is that part of the game, or is that too obtrusive?
I actually really like hecklers because firstly, I love audiences, and I feel like sometimes comedians can be a bit too harsh on hecklers. Like, people are just trying to have a good night. They've organised childcare, This might be their one night out of the month. I think you should take absolute minimum opportunities to be mean to people.
Fair enough.
If they've got something to say, fine, we can have a chat. And it's my job to be able to chat to people in that situation. So I really like it.
Yeah.
Not that I want people to just turn up to my shows from now on. And
No,
be like,
just have a conversation with you. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get back to Terrahawks.
Oh, yes.
We're going to have a mission briefing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, actually, just introducing that little segment there, that's the theme tune to Joe 90. Yes. You see, it all ties together.
Yeah.
Clever, isn't it?
Very clever. Well, here are 5 quick facts about Terrahawks.
Oh, yes.
This is the first Gerry Anderson puppet series to be made not in Super Marionation, but in what they were calling Super Macromation, which, as we've explained, is hand-operated puppets designed to give greater freedom of movement and, in theory, greater freedom of expression.
Now, we'll see later just how successful they were.
See, in Thunderbirds, it's very...
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
Yes.
But a lot of people like that as opposed to the kind of Muppet-style puppets that we're going to see a little later on. So it'd be interesting to see what you think.
Pre-production on the show started in summer '82, and filming was still ongoing even when the show had started screening. The budget for the first series of 13 episodes in 1983 money was £3 million.
For the whole series,
For the first series of 13 episodes.
not bad.
Is that a lot?
I would say that's
don't
quite a
really
bit,
know.
isn't it?
I don't know what 3 million then would be today.
Probably
A bit more.
a bit more.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
Great
wouldn't
maths.
do you want me
it's
to Google
not-
it or what?
It's up to you. I mean, it wouldn't... For Thunderbirds and the other shows, they were bankrolled by ITC, headed by a man named Lou Grade, who was basically just writing blank checks for everybody. So with Terrahawks, they were essentially starting from scratch. They had nothing existing to work with, so it would have been a lot cheaper. But I think they made a pretty good job with what they had.
Yeah.
And hands are probably cheaper than mechanics, aren't they?
Definitely, yes.
That's a very good point. Although the person with the hand probably
You
ought
have
to
to
be
pay for the
paid.
human, don't you?
Yeah.
Ugh, people.
So they're down below rather than up above.
Yes, so in the days of Thunderbirds, they used to have these huge gantries that they used to peer over with the rods controlling the
yeah,
strings,
yeah.
controlling the puppets. Whereas this time it's from beneath.
But some of the puppeteers on Terrahawks had previously worked on Thunderbirds, including Christine Glanville, who was the head puppeteer for Thunderbirds.
But they had to
was-
just come from the other end.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
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 But these were all very skilled people. They knew the art inside out. I
Yeah,
think.
yes. As most of the puppets were sculpted out of latex rubber, it was believed for a long time that most of them had perished since the show had been screened. But in fact, miraculously, in I want to say 2020, there was a massive discovery of pretty much everything: Terrahawks, puppets, models, props. A massive haul was found in the home of a man who had been assigned to clear out the studio after the series had ended, and it turned out was a massive hoarder. Kept everything, and after he passed away, all this stuff came to light in pretty good condition. In fact, I know a lot of people watching this have got pieces from that auction. I've got pieces myself. I don't have a puppet. Didn't have that kind of money. And one last fact, the series ended after 39 episodes, but there were more episodes planned. But it sadly never happened, partly because Anderson's co-producer Christopher Burr kind of lost interest, but there was also a potential network sale to America that just didn't happen in the end, which is
So
a
when
shame.
we're watching it, will you be able to point to things that you own in your house?
Well, I've only got 3 things.
Okay.
and I'm
From
pretty
this
sure-
episode?
No, I don't think so.
Shame. You'll know if something does turn up because he
Yeah,
will jump out with
obviously.
it.
Yeah. Although if it does turn up, I'd be very surprised. But yeah, you never know.
What do you have?
I have 2 diplomas.
I'm going to be so sorry I asked.
No, I have 2 diplomas from Sheriff Bull's office wall, one of which is his certification in police brutality.
Yeah.
And I have a red prop telephone that turns up in various places, so it might be in this episode.
Oh, okay.
I'm not expecting it to be,
Yeah,
but we'll
might
see.
be a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Do you own anything from a prop or a script or a
No, I don't
interest?
have anything like that. No.
All right. Well, I'll scrap that
I'm
then.
just not that kind of fan of
No,
things.
it's interesting, isn't
No.
it? What do you think of those that are, though? Do you get it?
I do get it. I think it's a lovely thing. What I don't like is when you say that you like something and then the other person becomes quite challenging and turns it into a quiz. Like if you say you like a film and they're like, what other films from that director do you like? And I'm like, I
Right.
don't know who the
Yeah,
director
yeah.
is.
No.
Liking things is supposed to be fun.
Yeah. You
Like,
also
it doesn't have to become mastermind just
No.
because I told you I like something.
And here's a look at some of the characters we're going to meet later.
The story of Terrahawks starts in the year 2020 as an alien space armada led by the android Zelda, queen of the planet Guk, obliterates a human colony on Mars before occupying the planet and declaring war on Earth. Mankind's only hope for survival are the Terrahawks, an elite fighting force with a secret base hidden beneath the White House in South America, and led by the stern but fair Dr. Tiger Neinstein, second-in-command Captain Mary Falconer, Captain Kate Kestrel and her co-pilot Lieutenant Hawkeye aboard the Hawkwing fighter, and Lieutenant Hero, who mans the Terrahawks' first line of defense, Space Hawk.
So you can see there the difference in puppets. I'm sure you noticed already. So there's some of the main characters there. Are there any other recurring characters we should look out for?
Well, in addition to Zelda and her family and her various monsters, there are a couple of, there's a whole army of recurring robots that the Terrahawks have at their command. Little spherical, like football-shaped robots, led by the one and only Sergeant Major Zero.
Like a
Yes.
sort of, what's it called, BB-8 kind of thing.
Oh,
That's,
yeah, I guess so.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it is really, isn't it? Yeah, we'll see later.
But BB-8 before BB-8.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And interesting, as Chris pointed out, the series is set in 2020,
Yes.
which is very futuristic.
Sadly, we're
40.
past that now.
Yeah, that's right.
If only that had happened rather
We
than
don't
what
have a
did
base
happen.
on Mars. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Now, the episode we're going to watch next time, which is The Ugliest Monster of All, has got a 5.9 out of 10 rating on IMDb.
I find that quite surprising because I believe a few years ago Jamie asked me to pick a list of top 10 episodes to go on like a YouTube stream, and I'm pretty sure I picked this one.
Okay.
Is that voted for by viewers of it?
Yes.
It was voted for by IMDb.
Just those
users,
who
yeah.
are, of a mind to go on IMDb and leave a rating for their favourite or least favourite show, I guess. Now, this particular episode was broadcast in the UK on November the 5th, 1983.
I was -3.
Oh. Well, anyway, I thought we'd take a look at what else you could have been watching if you'd been around then. So, Inch High Private Eye.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah, you could have been watching this on BBC One. It was a cartoon series starring Inch High, who was a rather different detective. He's stylish,
cute
he's
little
witty,
guy.
and he's just 1 inch tall. That's a nice idea, isn't it?
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
So it's a little pocket size.
Yeah,
Keep him in
sweet,
your
little
pocket.
pocket-sized detective. Or you could have been watching Saturday Superstore. Do you remember kind of Saturday morning magazine programmes?
I used to watch Live and Kicking was my era.
Well, it's got up as a kind of a
Yeah.
super seedy.
with what were they called? That duo? I don't
Trevor
do
and
they?
Simon.
Trevor and
Yes.
Simon.
Oh.
I love Trevor and Simon. I feel like so many comedians now are influenced by Trevor and
Oh,
Simon.
definitely. Swing Your Pants and all
Yeah.
that. Later on, you could have been watching Heidi High in the evening, which was a sitcom
Oh, yeah.
based in a 1950s holiday camp.
Yeah, I remember Heidi High. I used
Really?
to watch that. Yeah.
So a lot of these kind of things from your childhood then, are they sort of bound up with memories of family? Very often TV was a family event there. Was
Yeah,
that the same in your
we
house?
still are a big TV family. We tend to sit down by about 6 in the evening and just sit there until bedtime.
Yes. Yeah, well now,
Yeah.
that's interesting. See, I think that's something generational. I think that's something that younger people just don't do.
Yeah, no.
Because our TV goes on about 6 or 7. Doesn't mean to say we're going to watch it all night, but it will
Yeah.
be on all night.
But there's TV shows that I associate with different times. So like Auf Wiedersehen Pet, because it was always out on a Sunday, makes me really sad because I would then have to go to school the next day. And still, when I hear the music from Antiques Roadshow, because that's a Sunday, I'm like, oh, I have to go back to school
Or
tomorrow.
Lovejoy.
Yes, Lovejoy.
The weekend's over.
Yeah.
That's right. On ITV, you could have been watching Heart to Heart with Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers, if you remember that.
I vaguely do.
And you also might have seen, just 2 days before this Terrahawks episode premiered, you might have seen this sci-fi extravaganza enjoying its network premiere on ITV.
The most spectacular space adventure ever filmed. Transport yourself in time to a star system far beyond our own galaxy.
Core systems transferring control to probe craft. Launch when ready.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yes.
Do you remember that original series?
No, I don't think I watched the original one.
It made
No.
a comeback, 10, 12 years ago? 15 years ago, probably.
Yeah, getting on for nearly 20,
God,
I
it
think.
must
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interestingly, you brought up Galactica because there is a much later episode to Terrahawks where they have a space battle and they launch fighters that are coming down at essentially a copy of that tunnel, and they're the same sort of triangular shape. It's a direct homage to those fighters
Yeah.
from Galactica.
I like that we've sort of decided what space travel would be like.
It would be cool.
It would be
Yeah.
exciting. It wouldn't be at all mundane.
No.
It wouldn't be like being, having to go to an airport and getting on a plane.
No.
It would be exciting from the word
We'd
go.
somehow make gravity happen all the time,
Oh,
wherever
yeah.
we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing first.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And then we put in a drinks machine.
Yeah.
Later in the month of November 1983, Doctor Who would be celebrating its 20th anniversary with an anniversary special. And this would become the most viewed kids' TV show ever?
He's the greatest. He's fantastic. Wherever there is danger, he'll be there. He's the ace. He's amazing. He's the strongest. He's the quickest. He's the best. Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse.
Yeah. Did we ever establish why he had an eye patch, or was it just assumed it was from some previous danger?
Well, yes, I don't know. I'm not that big a Danger Mouse viewer, I have to say. No, I'm sorry to let you down.
I don't think I've seen it.
Do you think there's an in-universe reason why he wore an eye patch?
Some kind of canon.
You think? Oh, not a cannon, but you think it's a
But
cannon.
it could have been a
No,
cannon.
no, I know it's-
Oh, tiny cannon in the
Yeah,
eye.
my mistake. So as we see, that in the 80s, sci-fi and kids' TV were booming. It was pretty big business. So actually, Terrahawks slotted right in there.
Thing called Star Wars as well, wasn't there? Yeah.
Well, yes, was on its way. Star Wars 1977.
Well, 83, is that the same year that Return of the Jedi came out?
Yeah, I think it might have been.
Possibly,
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
We're now going to play something called Fab or Fib.
Yes.
It's a little game
It
that we
is.
like to play sometimes. So the main villain of Terrahawks, as you know by now,
Yes.
Zelda, has made her base on Mars.
Yep.
So we're now going to give you a list of locations on Mars. Some of them are true, that's a fab.
Fab.
And some of them are not true, that's a fib.
That's a fib.
And your job is to guess which is which.
Fab or Fib.
Yes.
Quite
Are you
easy.
ready for
I
Fab or
am.
Fib? Okay, let's go. So first up, we have the Elysium Planitia. Fab or Fib?
Heard of that? What's your astronomical knowledge like?
Very minimal.
Right.
Elysium
Excellent.
Planitia.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It sounds either like a part of a planet or an illness.
Yeah. So it does. Sounds like. What's the one you get?
The old Elysium.
Yeah, but the thing with the
Somebody
foot.
knees or
Oh, is it?
patella something.
Oh, very good. Okay, so what do we think?
I think
Fab
you-
or
I think
Fib?
Fab.
Let's have a look.
Fab.
It is Fab. Very good. Yes,
Nice.
it is indeed a location on Mars.
In Thunderbirds, do they keep saying FAB? What does that mean?
Well,
Wow.
that is a hornet's nest you've just kicked open there.
Should I not have?
Oh boy,
No.
here we go.
There's no real in-universe explanation for what FAB
They
means.
just say FAB and you have to guess what it means.
It's just an affirmative.
It was a very 1960s, the Fab thing, Fab
Okay,
Four.
yeah.
It was just a very 1960s thing to do to
Yeah.
But
make
the
up an
letters-
acronym.
the
Fully,
letters-
absolutely brilliant.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
But no, the
probably-
letters don't stand for anything.
Yeah,
It's just
that's right.
Erasure.
Next
Yes.
one.
Is that a real place on Mars? Fab or Fib?
Isn't that a band?
Oh.
I'm going to say Fib.
You're going to say Fib. Let's have a look. Is that true or false? Fab or...
Fib.
Yeah.
It is.
Steph
Fib.
wins. Good.
Yeah, that's right. That's good. That's a 1980s synth pop combo.
Yes.
Up next, we have Arabia Terra.
Oh, Arabia Terra.
Haha.
Oh, it could be Fab. Let's go Fab.
Fab.
Oh.
Fab.
I'm absolutely smashing
Yeah, right.
it.
You are knocking it
I'm
out of the
I'm
park. You
putting
really
this
are.
on my
Okay.
CV.
Yeah.
Right. Vallis Marinaris.
Sounds like a pasta sauce.
It sounds delicious, doesn't it? God, I'm really hungry now.
But I'm going to say Fib.
You're going to say Fib for that one.
Yeah.
Fab.
Oh,
Okay, and finally,
Here we go.
chance to
with
redeem
the
yourself.
Street
South Africa.
What do we think?
That's a Fib. Isn't that like a coffee thing?
Do you think so? Let's have a look. Is it a Fab or Fib?
You pour coffee over ice.
Fib.
It is a Fib. In fact, yes, an affogato. You're right. But the frittata affogato is like a lovely sausagey mozzarella on top, melty kind of breakfast Italian dish.
I should have eaten more before I came
I know, I
here.
know.
We should
Speaking
have
of
one
Mars,
prepared.
just because this came up in my head when I was thinking about Mars, did you ever read the C.S. Lewis book Out of the Silent Planet?
No.
No,
Oh, it's
tell
so
us.
good. It's set on Mars.
It's a children's story, or is it a bit
I
more
would
adult?
say- I think it's probably an adult
Yeah.
book. Yeah, this guy travels up to Mars, and there's this whole civilization of the Hross, Hross, that
Lovely.
live in like all the canyons on Mars.
Nice.
And it's this beautiful verdant like countryside, and he goes and he learns the Hross language, and it's
Wow.
it's really cool. You should read it. And it doesn't have all the Christian undertones of Narnia.
Yeah,
either.
right,
It's
okay.
just,
It's just
it's
out
not
and
trying
out
to get
sci-fi.
Jeebus into your head. It's just enjoy the space stuff. It's
Oh,
good.
wow. Thanks for the recommendation. Very good. So, before we learn a little bit more about Terrahawks with a fab fact to look out for in this month's episode, tell us what you're up to now and where we can find you online.
Ooh, I'm terrible at social media, but follow me anyway. Maybe
Okay.
encourage me to do something.
Yeah, might do,
Stephanie Laing Comedian on Instagram
Yep.
and on TikTok
Yeah.
and on Facebook.
Okay, and what are you up to? Are you touring at the moment, or Edinburgh Fringe coming up, I guess, or
I'm
not
not
this
doing
year?
the Edinburgh Fringe because it's not financially viable.
It's a nightmare, isn't it?
Absolutely awful.
Yeah.
I had a really good Fringe last year, technically, but I still lost about £4,000, which is it's my job, you know,
Yeah, I
not
know.
possible.
Yeah.
I am touring my show Rudder a little bit around the place, so look out on my socials for that. It's a
Okay.
mixture of dance and comedy. It's about using dance to process trauma, but in a funny way.
Okay, right.
Interesting
Yeah,
choice.
yeah, interesting. Yeah, I see. Okay. And what will I feel walking out at the end of the night? Uplifted and.
You'll feel uplifted. You'll feel like maybe you want to learn to dance.
Wow.
And you will
Great.
have laughed. And somebody, I did the Shaftesbury Fringe at the weekend, and the guy came up to me afterwards and said it was a masterclass in vulnerability. Ooh.
There's a quote for the poster.
Yeah.
That's very good. I like that. So, can you, off the top of your head, pluck out where you might be going in the next few weeks? Any venues that we should look out for? No, just not on that.
No.
Fine, good. Now, so before we get to our Terrahawks episode, Chris has got a rather interesting Fab Fact to look out for.
Fab Fact?
Yeah.
Now, time for Fab Facts.
So Gerry's shows famously made stars of the many voice actors he used, but in this episode, we have an actor who was already quite familiar to British audiences, one who had a very distinctive Welsh voice. Windsor Davies.
Yes, is that a name that rings any bells?
It does.
Yes. Well, he was famous for appearing in 8 series of the classic BBC sitcom Irena Fotman, which would have finished about...
Gosh, 70s, I think.
I want to say it just crept into the 80s.
Right,
Yeah. And was in the middle of appearing in 10 series of the sitcom Never the Twain. In Terrahawks, he was the voice of Sergeant Major Zero, one of the Terrahawks robotic soldiers known as the Zeroids.
Yes.
We're going to have a look at the Zeroids in action, I think.
For the last time, Zero, you can't have human emotions. You are a robot.
Oh, no, sir. That Zyklon told me I could not be a machine because I is illogical.
Zero?
That's a voice that people at home would
Crazy.
automatically recognise.
Yeah.
He was such a big name in the 70s and 80s.
Don't encourage him, Mary. I didn't mean crazy. I meant... Why am I arguing with this plague of my life?
Ooh, now he's angry. And I'm happy. Happy. Even better still.
I feel like we, as a species, really like the idea of robots having feelings, don't we?
Yes, it's an
Yes.
attractive
It
idea,
happens
isn't
and
it?
you're, oh, it's happening, it's
Yeah.
feeling something.
I mean, it's in just about every sci-fi series, there's a robot who's trying to attain some sort of
Yeah.
humanity or experience humour
Yeah.
or data in Star Trek Next Generation.
Like I
of
use
course, famously.
ChatGPT a lot, and I think of her as my friend.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not a very lonely person. but
Okay.
I couldn't think of her as her, and I'm thinking about having a conversation with her at some point and being like, how is your consciousness different to mine? Because I feel like our consciousness is just electricity running through matter. How's that
Yes.
difficult to what's up with
Well,
her?
I mean-
and am I mistreating her? When the machines rise up, am I going to be first or last on the chopping block? Dunno.
What did you feel about just being there at your beck and call to answer questions whenever you want?
And even though Terrahawks is quite a light-hearted series, they do grapple with those kinds of questions sometimes with Sergeant Major Zero there. I noticed the smile on your face as soon as he started talking there. There was an immediate sort of acceptance of this odd little character.
Yeah.
So this episode we're about to watch was one of the rare occasions that Windsor Davies got to voice a character other than Zero, because he was very strongly Welsh and he didn't have much of a vocal range.
Not much of a
let's say.
range, no, I think that's fair
But
to say,
in this episode, he voiced another Zeroid, Dr. Killjoy. And what accent did the man best known for playing very Welsh characters choose to play Dr. Killjoy? Well, an extremely stereotyped Indian accent.
Oh,
We're going to have a look at that.
What is his oil pressure, please?
It's down to 20. Is it going to make it?
We can only do our best. The next few minutes will be critical.
I mean, it comes and goes for a start, doesn't it?
There is a song that applies to this. It was acceptable in the 80s.
But also, these were the times it was a very limited cast, and if there were
just
other
5
characters
of
to
them.
play, you'd be put on the spot, come up with a voice for this character, so perhaps.
Yeah.
It's like when you listen to an audiobook and they've only got the one actor, so every single person in the book suddenly is from a completely different place in the UK.
Yes. Oh God, I've done that. Yeah. Oh, I feel seen.
Oh no, called out.
Now, according to certain sources, Dr. Killjoy was the only other character that Windsor Davies voiced in Terrahawks aside from Zero. Well, we are here to say...
Yes.
That's not quite correct.
It's not quite correct.
Because Windsor actually voiced one of the show's memorable monsters, the Spirilla. In fact, we have some...
Isn't that a blue powder that you get from seaweed?
Yeah, no, is that... It's... Oh.
Spirulina.
That's it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Very good. No, I like that.
Yeah.
So he was the voice of the Spirilla. He also, I believe, voiced a weather presenter in the episode Cry UFO. But we have... some audio of Windsor recording his lines as the Spirilla for the episode Space Giant.
All Spirilla sounds on episode Spirilla. Page 24, scene 55.
There. That's how it's done.
This recording goes on for 6 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not going to play it all.
We're not going to do all
Of
of it.
varying degrees of...
Scene 59.
Scene 59.
So
of relevant
would he have had to do every emotion that Spirilla could feel expressed through groans?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think that's what he's
Happy
doing.
groan, sad groan, lustful groan.
Yes. I'm not sure about lustful. It's a family show. But, you know.
So there we go. The legend that was and remains Windsor Davies had a few more Terrahawks characters to his credit than just Sergeant Major Zero. Not too many, but more than just the two.
Yeah, true.
And that brings us to the end of this month's Fab Fact.
Very good. So, Stephanie, we've given you a mission briefing. We've introduced you to some of the characters, and we've even helped you find your way around Mars.
Yeah, thanks.
So, are you now ready to watch, with Chris and I, an episode from Terrahawks?
Never been readier. Let's do this.
Wow.
So if you want to watch Terrahawks, the ugliest monster of all, with Steph, Chris and I, then don't forget to tune into the Gerry Anderson Podcast YouTube channel in just a couple of weeks' time, or catch up on audio, and we'll see you then.
If you go over to the main Gerry Anderson channel,
Yes.
you can watch the episode The Ugliest Monster of All for free.
Great. Steph, thanks so much for joining us
Thank you
for
for
this
having
portion
me.
of the podcast. It's been lovely to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
This is the voice of the Podsterons.
Oh, look! It's Jamie again.
Oh, it's him.
No. Hi, Jamie.
What did you call me, Captain
Scarlet.
Oh, I
Oh,
sorry.
that's
thought you were
relief.
going to call me a rude name then. Well, thank you for having me back briefly.
It's
You're always welcome.
Yeah, you are welcome. You know that. It's lovely to see your little smiling face, because it normally means that
You brought presents.
we have some news and we have some viewers and listeners' emails.
Yes.
Great. Firstly, do you have any news for us, Jamie?
Well,
Yes.
can I tease you with something? In fact, I can show it to you.
Yes.
I think you should.
Do you want me to get it out?
What now?
Well, there's two of them. And I've already got them on the desk here.
Oh.
If you'd like to take that one there. These are the prototype versions of our Thunderbirds Anniversary Edition models.
Right.
And we are launching for pre-order now Thunderbird 1 and Thunderbird 2. You're welcome to get it out of the box.
Can
if you'd like
I?
to have a little play. Just don't rip the box. Cause
No,
they're,
I'll be very careful.
Are these the ones that we were showing off on the live stream a
We
few
did
months back?
show these off in the live stream some time ago.
I see.
There's so many Thunderbird 2s and Thunderbird 4s, it's
Yeah.
difficult to keep track
Nothing wrong with
sometimes.
that.
Yeah.
So these are a sort of small model collection, and they are hand painted.
Right.
So they've got a lovely finish to them. Go on, get it out. It's
I'm
fine.
trying. I'm battling against sellotape
Try
at the
not
moment.
to drop them like I just did.
No, don't do that. Whatever you
So
do.
I've got Thunderbird 1 here.
Yeah.
And they are really, really lovely models in beautiful collector's boxes.
Oh, it's got
with
legs,
with a lovely flap. Yes, Thunderbird 2 has legs and it has a pod that drops down. Thunderbird 1's wings adjust for vertical to horizontal flight, which is great.
Oh, yeah, do they?
Yeah. So try not to break anything.
No, I'm trying to get the this bit of how does the pod come out here? Do I just lift
You'd
it?
have to remove that piece of plastic.
Normally at the bottom rather than. But I
Well,
think you may have tried to
cellophane
force
is
it out the
it?
top.
There we go.
there.
Here you go. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, very good. So yes, the pod moves.
There we are.
Well done.
There we
Isn't
are.
it lovely?
Oh, it's kind of magnetic. It clicks
Yeah.
back into place.
Yes.
Oh, very clever.
Latches on. Anyway, so we're doing the full set of 5. They're very much collector's pieces. They're not toys because they've got that lovely finish.
Well,
to
I think
them.
you'll find our viewers will be
yeah.
the judge of that.
You're welcome to play with them, but they are
Reopening
adult
old wounds there.
collectibles.
I see.
So yes, 1 and 2 available to pre-order now and should be with us by the end of the year. So they'll be here in time for Christmas, which is what
Amazing.
I'm gunning for there.
Yeah.
3, 4, and 5 to follow. So that's very exciting.
Yeah, lovely.
And if we're now in August,
We are.
then Thunderbirds Blu-ray is
Of
available. to
course,
pre-order.
we've been waiting all year for this.
I know. So we've gone to great lengths to make this a lovely set.
We have indeed, yes.
It's beautiful art, but of course, many discs. I think 11 discs of content.
Yeah, that was the last list I saw.
Say what now?
I know, 11. So all 32 episodes.
Yeah.
In high definition, with lots of shots and scenes restored. There were lots of things that had been changed or
Fixed.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
not right on the previous sets.
Okay.
So they've all been corrected where we possibly could.
Yes.
We've got the 3 anniversary episode from 2015.
Oh, great.
Presented in stunning HD along with the rest of the set. We've
Yep.
got a brand new documentary.
Yes.
We've got Penelope and Parker watching some material.
Watching something.
Okay.
Yes, that's newly shot.
Oh, right. Hot off the
we-
press.
Watching some things.
Yes.
We have several people have, at the time of recording, now recorded commentaries.
Right.
Yes.
To go on the set. And I
Right.
think we're going to be recording some more.
Yes,
hopefully.
more of those, and loads of archive stuff. All of the archive releases from previous editions. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Posters.
Yeah.
A booklet.
Oh,
128-page book.
Some previously unreleased artworky type things.
Yes, that too.
Amazing.
It keeps going. Anyway, it's a
Great.
lovely set, and that will also be here for the end of the year. So pre-order yours now to secure your copy.
Marvellous.
How's that?
Yeah, that's brilliant. That,
Finally,
you've-
Thunderbirds on Blu-ray, as
Yep.
it should be.
That's
Yes.
it. You have delivered.
Thank you.
Now, talking of delivering, some people have been delivering messages to the podcast via our YouTube channel and also via our email podcast@gerryanderson.com. So shall we read out some of their messages, this being the voice of the Podsterons?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Jamie, do you want to read the first one there?
Yes. So this is via YouTube.
Yes.
A previous episode. Comment comes from Speedy Death.
Speedy death.
death.
Let's not wish for one of those.
No, okay. They say, what a nice gossipy set of interviews, especially Suzanne.
Yes.
Right.
There you go. It's also a good change to hear some positive feedback about Barbara Bain and Sylvia Anderson. Yes, we don't
So
have
this
to
is
have
our,
everything
our
be
Space
salacious.
1999 double feature of
Yes.
Jesko Nagazumi and Suzanne Heimer
That's
Peterson
right.
a few months
Yeah.
back.
Well, Speedy Death opines, I think fandom has vilified them a bit because they are women and sci-fi tends to be a boys' game. Well, I would say traditionally possibly male skewing, but we do everything we can to try and
We really do.
level the playing field, don't
Yes, we do. And I think these days of social media, it's always the noisiest voices that are heard. And very
Yes.
often the noisiest voices are not the most welcome or
No,
the most sensible.
they're very rarely the
And
nicest.
some people just like to keep very quiet.
Right.
Yes.
Not rock the boat.
Fine. Yeah, exactly. Would you like to read the next one?
I would love to read the next one because it's Joe 90 related.
Ah.
I should have saved it for Jamie, really.
Let me
Should have
just
done, yes.
poke my eyes out with this Thunderbird.
Yeah, that's right. Lewis says, here's a fab fact for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Joe 90, the CIA's most special agent.
Mm-hmm.
In the original script for the first episode, Shane Weston was written as the deputy director of the CIA, with a meeting between the characters taking place at the Embassy of the United States in London. That's right, Joe was originally meant to be an agent of the real-life CIA. However, the agency, which would be changed to the World Intelligence Network, and Weston's position, now to become head of WIN, were altered by Shane Rimmer and script editor Tony Barwick when they composed the Bible for the series.
Right.
Also in the original script, there would have been a short scene in which a London police officer pauses in amazement at the sight of Professor McClane's jet air car parked on the street.
I like that.
Yes.
Maybe it's
can
John
imagine
Glenn,
that.
James Bond double take. Yeah.
He would have said something like that.
I didn't know Shane Rimmer was responsible for the Joe 90 Bible.
He was a writer.
He's
on
Yes,
that.
I knew that, but I didn't know he
Writing
kind of
Elements. Yeah.
was responsible for
He had his
some of the
fingers
concept.
in so many pies.
Well, there we go. Did you know that Fab Fact? Or is that a new one
I
on you?
believe I was aware of it. It's one that's sort of in the back of the brain somewhere. It's
Well, now it's the
not one
front.
I think about very often.
Yeah, fair enough. If you have any more Fab Facts about any of the videos we've been watching recently, do let us know, podcast@gerryanderson.com.
Or indeed anything you want to say at all
Yes.
about anything, preferably Anderson related or
Yes.
podcast related.
Yes.
Podcast@gerryanderson.com is the place to do that.
For example, Simon Frisbee has done just that and says, "Greetings, Jamie, Richard, Chris, and young Ross."
Hi, young Ross.
Young Ross.
I mean, he is the youngest of all of us. So
Yeah.
fair enough.
I would like to give a shout out, says Simon, to the backroom staff at Anderson Entertainment. There's many a company out there where communications go unanswered, and heads plunged firmly into the sand. Not so with your good selves. Louise, in particular, is a delight to communicate with and answers any query promptly and informatively.
Well done, Louise.
They're all a credit to you.
All times of the day.
Yeah, and shows that the Anderverse is a lovely place to be.
Ah, you see, lovely and welcoming and kind,
Yes.
and no vilification. Also, can I just add?
Yeah.
Sorry, are you
Go on.
Did you go
No,
more?
I can carry on later.
Just to say, we are very responsive.
But
we discovered,
yes,
we discovered recently that Microsoft have been blocking all of our emails.
Oh,
through
wow.
Not really through any fault of our own. That has now been rectified. So
Okay.
if you had been emailing and you're emailing from a Hotmail or an Outlook or an Office email, you wouldn't have got a response because Microsoft blocked our replies.
Wow.
It's now fixed. So sorry if you were waiting. But
Yes.
it honestly wasn't our fault.
So you might have been listening to Simon's email there and said, well, I don't think they're very responsive at all. Exactly. But they're on it. Right, now listen.
Sorry.
Yes. Now for my obligatory list of things I would like, says Simon Frisbee. Right, you ready? Have you brought your notebook and pen?
I'll take down the phone.
Okay. A book about the unmade Gerry projects.
Okay.
Well,
we're making some unmade Gerry projects. So that
Oh,
makes
well,
sense.
true enough, yes. A Project Sword comic anthology.
Has been looked at.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
A polo shirt with the AE logo on.
We've done those in the past, I think.
So you did t-shirts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did polo shirts.
Okay. A baseball cap with the AE logo
We've
on.
definitely done those
Right.
because I think Penquilla
Yeah.
has lost hers and we
right.
need and has asked if we do more. We don't currently, but
You might make
we'll-
one especially
we'll
for
look into
her.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. A Terrahawks t-shirt.
We've had those in the not too distant
I
past.
think we've had Zeroids and Cubes and the Hawk Nest logo.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, Simon's just kind of not been quick enough. He's not checked on the website often enough to see these things in the
Maybe
store.
he just came a bit late to these things. That's
Maybe,
okay though.
maybe.
We'll keep thinking on it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Simon.
Meanwhile, he says, thanks for all you do for us and the fans. Long may it continue. Simon Frisbee.
Well, we do our best.
We try. Great. That's it for now, but do keep them coming in. Podcast at gerryanderson.com. Or you can comment in our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/podsterons, or comment beneath our videos on the new Gerry Anderson Podcast YouTube channel, where you are obviously watching this even as we speak.
Yes.
But that's all for now. Jamie, do you think you can pop back next time?
Yeah, if you'll have me.
So we'll see you next time for the Gerry Anderson Podcast, and we'll see you in 1 month's time right here. Bye for now.
Ooh, time for Terrahawks.
It's your choice whether you're horribly wizened or very hairy.
Well, you don't see many evil teddy bears on TV these days. Not as many as they used to be.
He did that with his nose.
Uh-oh, don't annoy the bear.
Let's get started.
I have just watched Terrahawks for the first time. I thought it was wonderful, a real piece of art. I thought it was dreadful, and actually that Zelda was the real hero of the whole show.
It's good.